it's Jessii Vee. So today's video is definitely going to be a creepy one, although usually my videos are creepy already. But today we're going to be talking about some very famous things that are cursed. And as you can tell by the title of this video, the first thing is going to be a very haunted and cursed Kleenex commercial, which sounds insane. Now, I have heard about this cursed Kleenex commercial. People have been talking about it for years and years, but I've never watched it and I've never actually researched it until now. So that is the very first thing we're going to be talking about. But before we get into it, I just want to remind you guys that if you want to win this backdrop behind me, I'm going to be announcing the winner in less than 2 weeks. And all you have to do is be subscribed to this channel, so my Jessii Vee channel, turn on your notification bell, and then head over to my Instagram page, follow me there, and DM me the color mermaid scales you would have if you were a mermaid. And yeah, that's all you have to do. Alright, so let's jump right into this video and talk about the cursed Kleenex commercial. There was this Japanese Kleenex commercial that aired in 1986, and it had to be taken off the air pretty much right away because it was scaring so many people. And since then, it has become a creepy urban legend that a lot of people know about. People say this commercial is extremely cursed and you should be warned before you watch it. And don't worry, I won't be showing this actual commercial in this video because I know that would make a lot of people feel uncomfortable. We're only going to be looking at some screenshots and talking about it. So don't worry, we're all safe here, okay? You think I would do that to you guys? But if there are curious people watching this video and do want to see it, it's on YouTube. Go search it. You can find it. Now, for a while, people actually forgot this commercial even existed because 1986 was quite a long time ago. So when it was taken off the air, a few years later, people just forgot. But in 2006, someone reposted the commercial to YouTube and it gained 1 million views super fast. And people were claiming that weird things started happening to them after they watched it. There were even rumors that after someone watched this commercial, they would either go insane or they would die mysteriously. Now, those are just rumors and there's no actual legal reports of people dying from watching this. But even with that being said, people do believe that this happens. There was this other really creepy rumor about the cameraman that shot this commercial. People say that a couple years later, he died mysteriously while sitting in a sauna. Like, he was totally healthy, totally fine. He went into this sauna and never came out. And then the other cast and crew who were in this commercial suffered strange accidents and others had misfortune in their lives. So anyone who worked on this commercial was just not in a good position afterwards. That's the rumor, at least. People also say that if you watch this commercial after midnight, a lot of weird things will happen. I always have to sneeze, you know this. So if you watch this after midnight, some people say the faces will change. There's glitches all over the screen. All the colors will start changing. It sort of just becomes like this warped commercial if you watch it after 12 a.m. This one person actually reported they were watching the commercial at 1 a.m. and halfway through, all the power in their house went out suddenly. So they were just like sitting in the dark and they looked out their window and all the rest of the houses in the neighborhoods had their lights on except for his. And the only thing that was still on in his house was the commercial playing on his laptop, and when he went to press pause, it wouldn't pause. Now, throughout this entire commercial, there's this creepy German song that's playing. The song is called It's a Fine Day, and here are the lyrics. It says, "It's a fine day. People open windows. They leave their houses just for a short while. They walk by the grass and they look at the grass. They look at the sky. It's going to be a fine night tonight. It's gonna be a fine day tomorrow." So people thought it was such a weirdly happy song to be playing over this strange commercial, and it really has nothing to do with Kleenex. So that's basically all you need to know about this odd commercial. And yes, there's more conspiracies and you could really delve deeper into it, which I'm not gonna do today. But because I am a curious person, I kind of want to react to this on my vlog channel. I'm not too sure if I have the courage to do it yet, but I might. And if you're curious to see Ty and I react, definitely go check out our vlog channel. I don't know if I will, but I might. I'm thinking about it. Alright, let's let's move on to the next cursed item. It's called the Screaming Skull. The Burton Agnes Hall is home to a paranormal object known as the Screaming Skull. The skull belongs to Catherine Ann Griffith, who died in the house in 1620 after being attacked by bullies. Actually, this girl's story is just so sad. She literally passed away because she was being harmed by people who didn't like her. And after she passed away, the family decided to put her skull into the house so she could still like be in the family. But whenever her skull was removed from the house, a terrifying ghost walked in with a tremendous noise, scaring the life out of anybody who was there. So basically, when the skull was removed, there would be this horrible screaming that goes all through the house. It's like she's angry that her skull was being moved around, which I could totally understand. And then when the skull was put back, the screaming would stop. It is believed that at some point in time, an occupant of the manor had the skull bricked up in a wall so that it may never again be removed. And at this current time, no one knows where the skull is, but people do believe that it's probably in the middle of the wall in this house. In one of the many rooms of the haunted house stays a portrait of Anne Griffith, and strange occurrences are reported in its vicinity. So basically, this house is just very haunted, and this is just a crazy phenomenon about a skull that screams. Literally blows my mind. Alright, the next haunted object is called the Basano Vase. Now, this is a silver vase that was made in the 15th century, so it's super old. And it was given to a bride on the eve of her wedding day. However, unfortunately, she didn't make it to her wedding. She was unfortunately killed the night before while she was holding the vase in her hands. So the vase was passed on to someone else in her family, but there was this pattern of whoever owned the vase, something terrible would happen to them. And because so many bad things were happening to people in the family who owned this, they decided to put it in a box and put it away forever. Well, it remained hidden for hundreds of years. But then in 1988, someone found it, and inside the box was a note that said, "Beware, this vase brings death." And the man who found it actually died within 3 months. Now, it is said that as long as the lid stays on top of the vase, this curse won't be able to happen. But as soon as you take the lid off, that's when this like evil force comes out and claims anybody who owns it. So I'm not really sure where the vase is right now in the world, but stay away from it. Alright, the next cursed items we have is the Belcourt Castle chairs. This former summer cottage in Rhode Island has a ballroom where you will find haunted chairs. Visitors have reported feeling chills racing up and down their spine while standing near the chairs, or have felt a strange sensation of energy around them. So whenever people are in the presence of these chairs or even sit on them, they just feel this really strange and creepy vibe. It's even gone further than that with some people, where they have been sitting on the chairs and have literally been pushed right off by an unknown force. So these ghosts that love these chairs are very violent, it seems. So people are warned about what may happen before they decide if they want to sit down or not. So if you're getting a tour, the tour guide will literally be like, sit down if you want, but something might happen to you. Alright, and the last cursed object, but it's more like a location than an object, it's an Australian rock, which sounds weird. But listen, in Australia, inside the Ayers National Park sits a rock known by its indigenous name as Uluru. Because it's such a sacred location with a rich history, many believe that taking anything from this place will surely curse whoever decides to make the swipe. So basically, when you go there, they say don't pick up any rocks, don't take any sand, don't take anything from this location. Because if you do, you will be cursed forever. And not a lot of people know about that. Because you know, when you're touring somewhere, sometimes you want to kind of take a souvenir home. Well, the park rangers that work there have talked about how many people actually have to bring rocks back, put it on the ground, and say sorry because when they took it home, they got cursed. So if you visit this place, you might find apology letters all over the place saying, sorry, please take the curse back, I'll leave the rocks where they are. It's actually a really disturbing sight to see all of these sorry notes notes all over this rock. But maybe that just teaches us, don't take stuff that doesn't belong to you. Anyway, so guys, those are all of the cursed and haunted objects we're gonna be talking about today. There are so many cursed objects around the world that I could talk about, so if you like this series, definitely give this video a thumbs up. But I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!